Thank you, Andile. Well, let's start here and rip off the bandage for Dr. and all Amakhosi supporters. After that 1-0 loss to Richards Bay, Amakhosi coach Kevin Johnson remains confident and is still hopeful. But considering the fact that they did Babege U Lukfers to rest the day before playing, it begs the question of how the players are doing mentally. When Coach Johnson was asked, unfortunately, he says he's not a psychologist. He's a coach, and although he did admit that they will look and try to understand what is currently happening with the players.
So, Doggy, the coach, Kevin Johnson, says he's not a psychologist when he's asked, "Ukuthi ended faneke banjani mentally because we are born kwenzakalani." Uthi hayi mina ngisi psychologist.
Yeah, but if at psychologist, we know he's a coach. Now you have a serious bereavement across the team. Now, if he's talking about that, then it's okay. But if he's talking about players, if they were ready to play on Sunday, but because there are 8 to 6 factors that influence performance. Eyenza umdlali ukuthi akhone ukudlala kahle. 8 years ago, it was first the physical, the tactical one. Technical was the first factor that was considered the first factor that we need to look at. Then the game evolved. Then they look at the mental factor by beggar number 1. If a player mentally, take Flosser, mentally was not ready to play, what did the team do? Bamtatang it.
So the coach must be well aware.
Did the coach intervene? Yes, it did, because we're coaching course. They teach you that these are the factors that make a player, that influence performance.
And moving on now, a decade-long dispute over the Western Sahara has reared its ugly head in football. As a result, the CAF Confed game between Algiers and RS Berkane did not take place. The RS Berkane players were stranded at the Algerian airport because the kits bared a Moroccan flag. And unfortunately, CAF had sanctioned and said that they are allowed to have that, but unfortunately it fell on deaf ears and the game did not happen. And just looking at CAF's response to this, they did say that they apologized to the TV, the sponsors, as well as the supporters. But moving on now, Mamelodi Sundowns also asked if their fixture against Esperance can be moved a day later due to a congested fixture. But unfortunately, that did not happen. They will play on Friday at Loftus Versfeld. They even considered taking the game to FNB Stadium, but sadly, unfortunately, that will not be granted. So on Friday, Mamelodi Sundowns in their second leg, they'll be playing at Loftus Versfeld.
They're playing Sekhukhune tomorrow night. They're playing on Friday in this CAF Champions League. Every single team in CAF that makes it to the quarters, the last 16, does not have games. Sundowns are the only ones that still play their league matches in this manner. And you were saying, they look tired.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. The African League can question all this mess. And because you are playing a catch-up game, you need to play your fixtures, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's going to play on their mind. Of course, it's going to be a very difficult task for Mamelodi Sundowns. I feel for them. But as they always say, the responsibility we're given to them. The flag of South Africa should fly everywhere.
And lastly, on Sunday, I was at the Princess Makoko Stadium, KwaMashu. Unfortunately, a competitive match ending really badly with Royal AM ladies and Linelani ladies caught up in a physical altercation. SAFA has responded saying that they are waiting for the referee's report just to understand what exactly happened, but action will be taken. We're expecting a disciplinary hearing to happen between these two sides after that fight broke out at Princess Makoko Stadium.
Hi. Nalo referee kusho watholi izandla lapha. Ubonile?
Kwenzakaleni?
You'll see. We'll show you. We'll show you what happened there. Trust me on that one. Donabo, really appreciate it. We'll see you at the end of the show again.